good morning, good day, or good evening. This podcast is my moving on therapy from the king. Ayo, I'm Maz, and you're listening to my top K dramas, a podcast. The King just ended, and I haven't had the chance to process everything yet. I might need to rewatch it later on. I love how Kim Go-eun portrayed her character, especially in the last episode, in the last part, the part where she tells Irim that she knows what's at stake with what she's doing. That's why she's heartbroken. I love that look on her face there on that part. And to be completely honest, I was confused a lot of times while I was watching the drama. So, I think rewatching it is very necessary. Anyway, I'll be talking about my top 3 K dramas and other go to dramas whenever I feel like it. So, I hope you do listen until the end.
TV에서 보는 그대 모습은 너무너무 예뻐요. 정말로 보면 더욱 그렇죠.
Let's start with my number 3. My number 3 is WWW. This drama I think is very underrated for I don't know what reason. Before I actually watched this, I've seen it a lot in Viu, the platform where I watched it in, and I just scrolled past through it a lot of times before really watching it. I was like, okay, let's start watching this. Maybe it's going to be good. And it ends up to be actually a lot better than I expected. So, WWW is my number 3 top 3 drama. The reason is different from my top 1 and top 2. The reason why I really like WWW is number 1 because of its relatability. The main couple there had a lot of struggle within the drama. It mainly focused on their different interests in terms of marriage. The guy is a lot younger than the girl, and the guy there, since he's young, he has a different perspective in life, so he wants to get married. His ideal future with the girl involves marriage, but at the same time, the girl, the main actress there, the main character there, does not want to get married, which, is a very big thing for her. That it even ended a long term relationship, her long term relationship before, because her ex boyfriend wanted to get married, but she didn't. So I think I have the sense of relatability in a sense where I think I agree with how they try to convince each other why their perspective is something that should be followed or something like that. They basically struggle with the fact that they have different opinions, they have different interests, and should they continue that relationship since no one is changing their mind in terms of what they want in the future. So I think these things for me matter, and it should not be taken very lightly. And I think that's why I agree with so many scenes and with so many lines in the drama, because it's not something you just, say, all right, we'll talk about in the future. No, it's something that's going to, stay on your mind while you're in the relationship, while you make more memories and so on. So I think that storyline, the main couple, that storyline is quite straightforward. They became a couple. They make memories, but they're trying to hold back in some sense because they're not sure up until when it's going to last, or when the magic spell is going to last, that they cannot talk about the future. So that's number one. The second reason is a lot simpler. I love how the drama screams women empowerment. The the protagonists and the antagonists there are mainly female. The ones who are fighting for the position, the ones who are trying to do the right thing, the ones who are not trying to do the right thing. All of these within the play are women, and most especially the ending. I didn't expect that ending. I mean, there was the part where the villain, the ex-villain, comes clean, and there's a car to pick her up. The first thing I thought was, oh, okay, that's her husband or that's her ex-husband. But as they drive away, it so happens that the ones that are in the car are the female protagonists, the main characters of the drama. I think everywhere, the whole drama, the storyline, how it progressed, it just screamed for me women empowerment, and that women can also do something as much as what others can do regardless of gender, as long as they do it in a good way or in the right way. So I just really really loved how it supported that kind of movement, and it promoted that kind of movement. Tell me what you think about WWW on the comments down below. My top two drama, which has been on the list for so long now, is It's Okay, It's Love, or That's Okay, That's Love. I have three reasons why I really love this drama. Number one is their OST. All of the songs that were introduced, that were used in the drama, were so good. It the whole drama, the whole OST album of this drama introduced me to so many indie songs and indie albums that I ended up like being a fan of even after the drama. So I think that's a very very simple reason. That's the OST, the soundtrack. Number two will be the cast. The cast in this drama was amazing. From the main couple to the doctor to Kwang-soo, how he portrayed someone who has a specific illness, and it was amazing how he was able to act it out properly. And Dio, who so happens to have a very huge role in the storyline, which is also very amazing, how he was able to convey his emotions properly and effectively, and how it was a reflection of the main character. So that's number two, how I love the cast. Last one would be the storyline. It doesn't only talk about the struggles of the main character and how he eventually ended up having a specific mental illness to try to survive the past struggles that he had as a kid, but it also tries to talk about how people should view mental illnesses, how people should think of mental illness as something that should not be avoided, or etc. And most especially, the drama also portrays a message that others' uniqueness doesn't mean that they have a mental problem, or that they automatically have a mental illness. So I think there was this part where a kid who drew private parts of a lot of people was admitted to the hospital because he was seen, or he was deemed to have a mental problem just because he does this unique thing. But the drama basically speaks and sends out a message that no, if you're different that way, it doesn't mean that you're bad or that you're mentally bad, you're mentally different, you're mentally ill. It's not true. So that's what I really, really like about the other messages that this drama is trying to convey. My number one favorite drama is Goblin. I have four reasons why I love Goblin. Let's go through them one by one. Number one is OST. Although I like It's Okay It's Love's OST album more, this drama's OST is just as superior. I feel like the range of emotions that this drama can bring you to is also present in their own OST album alone. The second reason is very simple, and this is already very evident even just looking at the drama alone. It's the cast. All of the actors, all of the actors there know how to hurt you with their acting, especially how they cry, when they cry, how they convey and how they portray a specific emotion, a specific story, and all of that. It was just perfect. Another reason why I like the cast and basically the whole staff, I'm not sure, is that because there's no irrelevant side story, there's no unnecessary character to begin with. All stories, all characters, even just side characters, build up to the big picture in the end. That's why watching all of the parts, all of the stories is very important so that you'd eventually understand how valuable the last part is, how valuable the last episodes are. The third reason is the storyline. I think the storyline is just so beautiful. It's not complicated at all, and everything is just set perfectly. All of the signs from earlier episodes eventually make sense, and they don't just like you don't just realize it like, okay, that's not how it works. It's oh my gosh, that's what it meant. It's that kind of thing. So the storyline is just very meaningful. The ending for me was very meaningful. It was a happy ending because they met again after she gets reincarnated, but it's also a warm ending because finally the goblin is given another chance and now he can accept death with her. Um Actually, there are so many interpretations for the ending, and that's how for me it's very meaningful. The last reason why I love this drama is its overall production. OST aside, cast aside, storyline aside, the overall production is perfection. The effects, the set, etc. Even just from the beginning, from episode 1, the production was already oozing with perfection. The scene on the boat where Gong Yu, the goblin, like slashes his sword there, that was already, that already talked perfection to a lot of the viewers. Let's also talk about their timing of music. Their timing of music is like wow, it adds more impact into the scene. Look at the part, the ending part, the last part of episode 2 where Gong Yu and Dong Wook walks through the tunnel, that that kind of thing. And you can see that this drama definitely knows how to utilize slow motions. There are short moments where that slow motion is really called for. For example, there was this scene where Goblin went to give a Subway sandwich to a father who wanted to kill himself. That scene, And then the girl saw him and asked, "What are you doing there?" Like that. As they walked away from the scene while the father was hugging his son, there was a slow mo. There was a short period of slow mo, and I think that slow mo is very called for. It adds to the dramatic impact, and it adds to the oof oof feeling of the scene. So those are the four reasons why I think Goblin is superior for me, why it's very very good. So there are also other dramas that I watch and rewatch and really like according to what I want to feel, what I want to yeah, basically what I want to feel. So let's try to talk about them very briefly. If I want to feel, the sense of being in love, I want to laugh, I want to look at those romantic scenes. I go to What's Wrong with Secretary Kim, Her Private Life, both dramas with Park Min Young. What else? Strong Woman, Do Bong Son, Weightlifting Fairy Kim Bok Joo, When Camellia Blooms. When Camellia Blooms, it's a very loving type of drama, and definitely Crash Landing on You. It's a go-to drama if you want to feel that feeling of being in love. There are also dramas that I rewatch or I really really like. They are heavy dramas but very meaningful. They're really good dramas. I only have two. For me, it's K2 with Yuna and Ji Chang-wook, and Sky Castle. Sky Castle was phenomenon. Even in Korea, it was a very popular drama. As for just happy type of vibe, happy type of feeling, I watch Hello My 20s. You can watch the first season or the second season. Also, Welcome to Waikiki. Welcome to Waikiki, you can watch the first one or the second season, any of the two, and definitely Hospital Playlist. It's a must watch if you want to, uplift your mood, or you're tired, you want to rest, but you want to have a good mood, you watch Hospital Playlist. That's a must. Another one is when you want the dramas that make you feel warm, that type of vibe. There are just, that those dramas that are aesthetic and warm, and it just makes you feel like it's the perfect drama to watch on a rainy day, that kind of thing. So I suggest you watch When the Weather is Fine, also with Park Min Young, and the next one would be Something in the Rain. So these two are very very warm dramas. So I do hope that you watch them. If you have, I hope you like them, or you can tell me what you think about them. So those are my top dramas, my top 3 dramas, and my top go-to dramas whenever I feel like it. So what are your top K dramas? Comment down below. That's the end of this podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. So, till next time!